Live streaming is on.
And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host, Ray. With me as always, we have Father.
It's Henny tonight.
We got D Wolf.
Yo, greetings.
And last but not least, we have Crystal.
Hola.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
You know what I just found out?
What's that?
They might be shutting down Cartoon Network Studios.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Well,
I thought they were doing that.
I thought, yeah, they said they were gonna. There would
Rebrand
be
it.
major
They were gonna-
changes. They like laid off a whole bunch of people or something like that.
Yeah, like they said they was gonna rebrand it to like WB cartoons or whatever.
No, they need to leave it alone.
What? Get out of here.
I don't understand. Like, why? First, you turned off people from straight to gay, all our cartoon people, and now you want to do that?
There was a time it was just Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes. Now,
No, I'm not. Everybody protesting everything else except what they need to be protesting.
I just hope they bring it back to the way it was when it used to say Cartoon Network.
What do they say
That was
now?
good time.
They don't say Cartoon Network? What do they say?
No, it just says CN now. Like, you know it's Cartoon Network, but once they changed it, once they just abbreviated it, that's when things just went downhill, and they just started canceling all the good shit after like one season.
What did I just walk into?
They're shutting down Cartoon Network Studios.
What?
I'm not bullshitting you. Oh yeah, they're shutting down Cartoon Network Studios
When was this announcement made? Wait a minute.
today.
See?
Yeah, I think it
Not
was
the only
today.
one.
At least today's when I found out.
Yeah, I was today years old when I found out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mind you, the last thing I watched off Cartoon Network that was actually good was Steven Universe, and that was a couple of years ago. But still, damn.
I found out through Twitter. Hey, you know,
I was mad, yo, when they cut off that new Thundercat show. I was pissed when that was over because I was like, that was the first time in a long time a remake.
The one they had on
actually good.
Tsunami? You talking about the one they had on Tsunami?
Did they air it on
that
tonight? I don't know if they
It
did.
was on
Did they?
Tsunami.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it was on Saturdays, right?
Yeah.
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 I
Okay.
didn't like it much.
No.
I didn't like it much.
Oh man, chill. That
It
last
wasn't-
episode killed. Yo, the second to last episode and the last episode, that shit made you like, what took them so long? And that's what made people want to see more. I forgot the behind the scenes as to why it happened. I think it had to do with the strike or something like that. But damn, yo, I was loving it.
Also, that's probably something that got scrapped when COVID hit. Because I think
That
that
was
series
2011.
oh.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was back in 2011. That's when they ended a whole bunch of good shit. And yeah, they just kept canceling like good shows for some reason. Like a good show will come on for like a season or two and it'll just be done with. And the only thing that will survive, I mean, I know it's subjective, but the things that will survive are mainly like the mindless cartoons. You know, stuff you got to be high to really get into, or only the Toonami shows, or only Adult Swim. But like anything in between, I just could not get into. Like I enjoyed Steven Universe a lot. Like that was like the only thing I really tuned into outside of everything else.
It was the only thing outside of, I think, what was it? Gumball, Amazing World of Gumball, that like held my attention.
Yeah.
Everything else was
the same dude cleaning house. He's the one that's doing it. The same guy that got rid of the Batgirl movie. He's a dude that's doing it. He's like, he just wants to be done with stupid
All
shit,
you
basically.
motherfuckers. He's literally burning it down.
Yeah.
That motherfucker
He's like,
Seth Rollins. He's just
if it
burning
ain't
down.
making money, son, I'm like, just it's over. It's over.
But see, who said it a second ago? They're doing all this woke shit, and no one's watching it.
Yeah, and that's what he's really targeting, like the
Bingo.
woke shows.
Yep.
But again, no one's watching this shit. You're butchering everything. They lost me. Let me tell you something. The new Powerpuff Girls cartoon, I actually enjoyed it until they introduced the Black Powerpuff Girl.
Once I saw that twerking panda, I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Like, no.
Oh, that's what I clocked out.
I could not do it. I was like, nah, this ain't. I mean, I don't mind if you change things up, but when you come on, that's like you keep the essence of Powerpuff Girls. I didn't feel it at all. It just became another Cartoon Network show of that day.
Like,
I didn't.
and then it's not for me. Like I said, they lost me with the Black Powerpuff Girl, and it wasn't the fact that they added a Black Powerpuff Girl. It was the character itself was just it.
Mm-mm. So yeah, he's definitely cleaning house.
It's a Negro. But that was you could basically say that's breaking news because when I found out, I was like, God damn.
That's on today's episode of Straight Out of Left Field.
It's like what I walk into. Damn, now are they gonna keep Adult Swim?
Of course.
Oh, they got to. They got
to. That's the only thing they got for real.
That's the only thing making them money.
Like, because Adult Swim, like, they make their own shows. Like, they got budgets now. So I could even see Adult Swim becoming like its own platform, like away from. Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen. Like, Adult Swim is just going to become basically its own channel.
Because at this point, it pretty much
with like all the adult cartoons and stuff. Oh, dude, what if like some of the raunchier stuff from like back in the 90s came back like full swing on Adult Swim? They brought back Beavis and Butthead. They brought back Ren and Stimpy. You know what I'm saying?
Ren and Stimpy's a Nickelodeon product. You're not putting that on.
It don't matter. It don't matter. They can buy the rights to that motherfucker.
Nah,
it's a Nickelodeon product.
Nah, they'll have to dip into
they can buy the rights to that motherfucker.
They'll have to dip into the Hanna-Barbera pool. Like
hey, you guys. Hey, sorry I am late. But before we continue this conversation, Ray, can I please? Just let me please.
Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
Black men, when you become successful and you are from a certain dynamic that is frowned upon in corporate world and in law enforcement, let's make our money and leave the fucking hood. Please.
And don't look back.
There's no problem with giving to your community. There is a problem with giving money to your friend who you know has a problem with robbing people. There is a problem with giving your money to your cousin who you know sells drugs.
I feel like there's a story behind this.
There is a story behind this. You are absolutely right, Dion. The story starts with a nice Mexican man named Rico, which every black man seems to be running into.
Who likes to hit people? Rico likes to hit people.
Please stop. Like, Sue Surf, you are literally the hottest battle rapper on the scene right now. Literally, you are numero uno. You get paid the big bucks. Why the fuck are you catching RICO charges? Stop. It's okay to get away from the hood. It's okay. The most hoodest rappers in the world got the fuck away from their hood. All these rappers that you follow behind got away from their hood. Lil Durk, you don't see Lil Durk catching RICO charges. Why? Because he is smart enough to know that I am not about to put myself in these situations. NBA YoungBoy, he ain't getting cold with a RICO charge. Why? Because he is smart enough not to put himself in these situations. Yes, you can. It's certain. It's just. I am tired of seeing the hottest rappers, the hottest artists at the moment, the people who are front runners of the next generation or the current generation, catching RICO charges for. It's not even, and it's probably not even them. It's them investing into something that they don't know they're investing in.
Mm.
You have to be aware of your surroundings and aware of the people that you are around. You have to be aware of what their motive is for being around you. What are you getting out of this if you come with me? No, we're not doing that no more. We're not selling drugs no more. That's not what we're doing anymore. I make enough money for us not to have to sell drugs anymore. This is the mindset that people that our culture, our race, our people should have when they become successful. Stop getting successful and staying in one spot. You have that money for a reason. You are a vessel for certain branches. There aren't a million branches on one tree. There are a million trees with a couple of branches. Like, it's a difference. Everybody does not belong with everybody. You can't help everybody.
Mm.
So I say that to say this. I know Ray, you know what I'm saying? He said earlier that he wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it out of the respect of the culture because everybody else, you know what I'm saying? I'm part of the culture, you know, even though I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm going to go ahead and say free the wave, you know, Sue Surf. Nobody, we never want to see anybody in jail, but you got to be smarter than that, brother. You got to be smarter than that. Oh, and Future and Playboy Cardi should be afraid because they're looking at them too.
Yeah, I saw that
That's
earlier.
about to say that it's fucked up, nigga. This Mexican dude, his name ain't 6ix9ine, but I swear to God, he is telling on everybody. Who the fuck is Rico? He been telling on niggas since Mitch and them.
Facts. But okay, so Q. Before you checked in with that though, we was talking about Cartoon Network getting shut down. I guess.
What?
Damn.
You didn't hear about it?
Yo,
What?
Yeah,
What?
they might.
Cartoon Network getting shut down, dog.
Yeah, they might
Oh,
rebrand that shit.
all right, okay. So is this like a memorial that we having?
Not yet.
I don't
It's not a
know,
memorial
but-
yet.
I
Nah, they're just
mean,
making changes, just firing certain departments and things of that nature.
Man, look, fuck that. I want to I just want to say some words for the old Cartoon Network because you know we had a lot of fun together. You know what I'm saying? I just want to shout out. I just want to shout out a couple people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mandark. That's my man. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh,
Johnny Bravo mother.
uh-huh.
Johnny Bravo.
The
Johnny
ultimate
Bravo
player,
mother.
Johnny Bravo. Yeah.
Nah, Johnny Bravo's mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to my man Katz from Courage the Cowardly Dog. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That was my man. And Fluffy Flam dude. That was my man too.
Nah. If we're gonna talk about Courage Cowardly Dog, nah, shout out to my boy Eustace.
Hey, fuck Eustace. He was a hating ass nigga, bro. We don't need niggas
Really
like him.
was a hating.
But I always wanted that mask he had though. I always wanted that mask.
Nah. We gotta give the biggest shout out go to the first computerized Jeffrey because I swear to God, Courage the Cowardly Dog's computer had some shit for his ass every episode.
Every episode.
Every
Oh
episode.
yeah.
So shout out to his computer. You know what I'm saying? you know, you gotta man. Shout out to the Kanker sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Kanker sisters. Shout out to whatever was under Double D's hat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Plank. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jimmy's braces.
Nah, we gotta show love to my dude Rolf. Don't forget Rolf.
You know, oh yeah, man, the son of the shepherd, man. Hey,
My man
for
had a
life,
whole farm in his
nigga. We the
backyard. He
sons
was
of
the
the
ultimate hustler.
nigga. We the son, man. Nigga, we the sons of the.
backyard.
I'm gonna start a gang called the Sons of the Shepherd in memory of my man Rolf, man. Fuck is you talking about, Rolf gang? You know what I'm saying? You know,
I'm gonna be right
shout
there.
out, hey, and I'm gonna give a big shout out to my man Nigel Uno. You know what I'm saying? From the kids next door, real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Delightful kids from down the lane. My man Sticky Beard, Count Spank you like. I see you in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Nah. My girl number 5, aka Cree Summers.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I'm gonna just go ahead. Yeah, Cree Summers. Shout out to you for being everybody. You was the sister and the big sister. Shout out to both of them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but it's always fuck Toilinator forever, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? He was a bitch ass nigga. We don't fuck with Toilinator.
No. You want to talk about someone who put Cartoon Network on their back? Shout out to Tara Strong because she played she played at least one character on almost every show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Samurai Jack. You know what I'm saying. Late nights. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to the old Dragon Ball Z when we had to wait a week until the next episode. It took a month for fucking Frieza to lose the Goku, nigga. Fuck was you talking about? It took a month for us to see that shit.
It took a whole season for that fucking planet to explode, man. That was crazy.
It took a month to see this nigga die. I swear to God, it took a month.
Yo, right.
And 3 weeks we was listening to them talk.
5 minutes.
We listened to them niggas talk for 3 weeks, bro. We got a 5-minute fight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. You know, hey, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Cartoon Network, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Camp Laszlo. You know what I'm saying? The people we don't talk about. Mike, Lou, and Og. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the
on the island, the pretty island where no one goes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you talking about. Shout out to Robot Jones, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I'm talking about my real niggas in the back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know nothing. I'm telling y'all. I've been on Cartoon Network my whole life.
Megas XLR. Can't forget that one. That was fun.
Fuck is you talking about? Shout out to them too, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? We make my Cartoon Network forever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cartoon Network like Death Row. We'll never lose, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Until now, they changing everything. You know what I'm saying? Even shout out to my man Andre 3000. He had him a motherfucking TV show on there too.
And
yeah.
Yeah, Cartoon Network was lit, man. We these kids will never understand. Like, at least we got to. I don't understand. At least we got to see the reruns of the stuff that our parents seen, so we could understand why they liked it, or we could say that we you know, embraced it or had it. Like Scooby Doo was out forever, so it's like I was able to say,
even though they're in process of butchering Scooby Doo.
Yeah, that is.
They are.
Oh, we talked about this last.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
They made Velma gay.
Oh, y'all done woke her up. Y'all woke her up. Y'all woke her up.
The one. Okay, I forgot.
Y'all didn't woke her up. Okay.
Velma's gay, and they got this black character. I guess that's supposed to replace Shaggy.
I think it is. I think it is Shaggy. I think he's. If I'm correct, I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I think he's using his real name.
Hey, and before we change it,
instead of Shaggy,
I just gotta give one more shout out, y'all. Just one more. Shout out to the people that made a pup named Scooby Doo theme song. Y'all are lit. I swear to God.
Oh yeah.
I still be dancing to that to this day.
I swear to God, y'all was lit. Whoever made that.
Red Herring every fucking episode.
Red Herring was a whole thug. Oh man!
Hey, shout out, hey, and my bad. I gotta give a special shout out to the greatest villain on Scooby Doo, Mr. Jenkins, because I swear to God, he was in everything.
Oh man, Jenkins.
Everything.
Oh man, Jenkins, man, what?
Now I'm wondering if he's hiring cleaning house, yo. I gotta check if he's hiring. That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I throw it one more? Can I throw it one more? I'm taking it back to Courage the Cowardly Dog real quick. Put one in the air for King Ramsey. Put one in the air for King Ramsey.
Ramsey. He's not God. He's not God. Hey, Ray, I hate you.
Yo, my little sister is now, she can now finally watch that episode without cringing.
Hey, it's
If
a
you
lot of
wasn't
episodes.
traumatized by King Ramsey, you
Hey,
gave
let's
something
talk about.
different.
Hey, nah, let's
Damn.
talk about how cringing Courage the Cowardly Dog was.
Oh, Fred, that's the most cringiest episode ever.
What, Fred? Which one is
Freaky
that?
Fred.
Fred the
Freaky
Barber.
Fred was in a couple of different episodes.
Hold on, time out. I can go back to the first episode when one of the first episodes when Eustace had that fucking foot fungus that was an Italian mobster.
Oh yeah, and then the nigga had the little clothes as his fucking mom.
Blind, Sheen.
And every time Mary would scream and get scared, she would fart. The fuck.
Nah, wasn't the pinky one the most aggressive one? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, the pinky was the real aggressive one. He always hit his head on the other one.
Like, bro, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Hey, nah, it was another cringing one. It's not the return this. We all know that's the scariest one they ever made. But like it was one when it was like an old movie director, I think, and he was trying to
I know which one you're talking about, the zombie.
Yeah, and he was trying to revive the zombie that lived under their fucking house, and then they got the fucking they got the full moon and the zombie came out. I was like, oh my god.
Nigga, that shit was actually terrifying though.
That was terrifying. Like, oh my god, that shit was scary.
And the moon was like red as fuck too.
Hey, son, that shit was so fucking creepy. Oh no, the episode when we found out what happened to Courage parents and shit, that shit made me cry. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, Courage was that was a deep ass show, bro. It was a
that was
It had some
Courage the Cowardly Dog wasn't really all that much of a coward, if you want to be for real. Like, man,
don't forget,
everything.
Don't forget,
but when you got supernatural shit happening around you on a regular basis, you're gonna freak the fuck out.
You're forgetting what he always used to say. There's a reason for it. He was scared. He was scared as the things I do for love.
I hate
you.
Muriel
yells for Muriel all the time. If it wasn't for her, he wasn't doing shit. He was out.
That nigga would have left.
Hey,
it was all for love, yo.
Oh,
it is what it is.
He had his clothes packed. There was times he had his clothes packed. He was about to get.
He was ready to. Yeah, there was a couple of different episodes.
It'd be episodes that nigga be sick of shit. He'd be like, yeah, I'm gone. I ain't doing this shit no more. Or what about the one when they had the three intergalactic what were they, ducks?
The ducks.
Chickens?
Oh yeah.
Ducks.
They were ducks.
What were they, fucking ducks? I forget, like Courage the Cowardly Dog was lit. But we all know the best TV show all around had to be Ed and Eddie. It was just like, how can you not? How can you not? That was the best episode. That was the best TV show on. That's probably one of the best TV shows ever, if you think about it. I can't.
One of my personal favorites off of Cartoon Network. Shit, even older than Everything Was His Name. SWAT Cats.
Oh, SWAT Cats was shit.
SWAT Cats was lit.
I love SWAT Cats.
The Radical Squadron.
That's always gonna be one of my favorites.
Radical Squadron. That was school. After school.
Old school fucking Cartoon Network, bruh.
Hey, y'all mentioned Two Stupid Dogs though.
No, y'all remember
Legendary. Barking that cat will come out of nowhere, and he barked at that cat.
Legendary.
Y'all remember the little shorts Powerpuff Girls had? Like they had Lemme for Monkey and all them other shows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was Dexter. That was Dexter's Life.
Well, yeah, that was Dexter, not Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, shout out to Cow and Chicken. My bad, y'all. I forgot about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Mama had a chicken. Daddy had a cow. Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Dad was proud. He didn't know how.
Yo, shout out to Macho Man Randy Savage being on Dial-In for Monkey and being the greatest heel.
Rasslor, yes.
I don't know if y'all realize, yo, most of these shows are Hanna-Barbera, yo.
Oh no, I know that.
That's what's got to get the credit, yo, because the majority of the shows that made Cartoon Network, their money. It's
Shout
kind of
out to them for real. That
Shout out to the
we
old school DC shows they used to show there too, like Teen
Yeah.
Titans, Batman.
Hey, shout out to the real fucking Teen Titans. It ain't never
Yeah.
gonna be nothing like it. I don't give a fuck
Nigga,
what nobody
Let me
say.
tell you something. The fucking Terra arc and the Raven arc when her father came through.
Mhm.
Nigga, what?
I got
My
That shit.
that is legitimately
The Terror arc was my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
that is some of the best cartoon like footage
I
I've ever
will
watched.
say the one
I love the fact
episode
that-
where I gotta say that the one episode where Vitoy actually saw Terra again and like she didn't remember who she was, she didn't have her powers no more. She just forgot that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking, but at the same time, like it was freedom. She was free.
Yeah.
That show made you appreciate Deathstroke, yo, the Terminator, yo.
Oh man,
I didn't even know who he was before that show. I thought that was like me. I remember me and my friend used to be like, "Is that Bruce trying to teach him a lesson or something? What's going on?"
Nah.
When you find out who he is,
that
you're
was
like, "Oh
Slade
shit!"
giving him the
That
beat.
nigga,
He
Nah,
gave that nigga the
Slade,
beat.
that nigga was a
breaks
whole
off Robin,
man.
bruh. You want to know what's even funnier? He didn't even beat the brakes off Robin physically. He did it psychologically.
Yes,
That nigga
Yes.
was
Oh, yeah.
not the same after fighting.
Hey, that's a
That
typical
one
Batman.
episode where he was just in his
Hey,
head.
hold up.
If you watch the live action
Fuck
show, he's
that.
doing the
Hold
same
up.
shit.
Time out. Shout out
Season
to
2.
Batman Beyond, nigga. What?
Best intro in a fucking
What?
ever.
Yeah.
Batman Beyond was that shit. It was so dark and twisted.
I got
love
shit. I got that here at the house.
I still go back to that intro to this day. Like that's one of them shows you never skip the intro.
Nah, if I'd go back just to see him dancing in the club and shit with the red lights.
But with that, you got to give a
No,
shout out
I-
to Bruce Timm.
Oh yeah,
The
Bruce Timm,
Timbers.
yeah.
Because he made sure it's still tied in with the shows after that, like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. He still tied it in, and he tied in Static Shock with.
But
that.
I'm gonna watch
did.
all that
Yeah.
shit. I'm in a DC marathon right now. I'm watching the original, the animated Batman series.
Mhm.
I'm watching
I just finished that.
Legendary.
I just finished that.
Legendary.
You know what
Legendary.
episode I just finished watching? I just finished watching the episode with the AI machine. The one where he was fighting the little AI machine and he invited that one girl to his crib. Whole time she was a whole fucking cyborg.
Ooh.
And I'm like, Bruce was a little simp back then, bro.
The original, yeah, he was the original.
But yeah, I have Batman Beyond and I haven't watched it yet. I just finished the original Batman animated series. I need to watch Batman Beyond and Justice League again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Justice League, yeah.
Because I want to also get into like all the movies. Like I watched the first Flashpoint that came out in 2013. I watched that shit. That shit was good.
What? Flashpoint Paradox?
Yeah.
And speaking of the Terra arc, you got to see the animated. It's part of the same group of movies, the Teen Titans one. That one has a Slade and Terra, movie in that one. That was pretty good. It takes you back to the old Teen Titans show. It makes you think back to that shit.
I didn't see that.
You got to check that out. I don't remember. Was that the Judas contract or was it another one?
I just
I'm
one
not
of them
sure.
movies.
I had to look at it.
I'm sorry, people. I just got pissed off because we were talking about Cartoon Network, so I went to go look for a list of Cartoon Network shows, and they actually got one ranked. And what I am pissed off at number one,
What was it?
Chowder.
That's a troll list. That's definitely a troll
But it's weird. Okay, let me tell you why it's weird.
That's gotta be a troll list. I'm sorry,
I'm
Chowder was not good.
gonna give you the top 10 and tell me if it's a troll list. Number 1 is Chowder. Number 2 is Samurai Jack. Number 3 is Duck Dodgers, which was a great show.
I love that.
Number 4 is
I'm not putting
Ben
it in my
10.
top 10.
Yeah, I'm not putting it in my top 10. Number 4 is Ben 10. Number 5 is Secret Saturdays. Number 6 is Foster Home for Imaginary Friends. Number 7 is Batman Brave and the Bold. Number 8 was Marvelous Adventures of Flapjack. Number 9 was Shaolin Showdown. And number 10 is Johnny Test.
Okay. Hold on. Wasn't Batman the Brave and the Bold a movie, not a show?
It was a
No,
show.
it's a show.
It was a show.
Ray, I
Ready
felt
for the
that in my
Bowl
I
soul.
didn't
is
actually
actually
watch it,
good.
so I'm not sure. I
So
wasn't sure.
what didn't make the top 10 is what I'm pissed off at. And it's not is they got the Fantastic Four at number 11. Boo. They got Kids Next Door at 12. Grim
Why
Adventures of Billy and
the fuck
Mandy.
is Kids Next Door
The
at 12?
fact that
What?
Chowder made number one tells me that's a troll list. That's
Yeah,
all I need
yeah.
to know.
We gotta do our
The
own,
fact
right?
that Johnny Test is
Chowder was not
on
good.
your list.
Chowder was not good.
I'm going to
We
another.
gotta do our own on this.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm going
I gotta make a Cartoon Network tier list now.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Chowder was ass. I have no
Child-
claim to say it.
I
Chowder was ass.
I cannot say Chowder was ass.
I couldn't watch it.
Chowder was ass.
I couldn't watch it. Chowder was ass.
I fucking hated Chowder. I fucking hated
I think Steven Universe is on Cartoon Network. Yes,
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
that deserves some recognition as like
To
one
be
of the.
fair, how long did
Out
you?
of their
Okay.
out of everything they had from like I want to say 2000 and what like 2012 to now, I'm gonna put that as like top five. That's one of my top five out of everything that came out from like the past like 10 years.
No, I like Steven Universe and what's the other one? Not Flat. What's the joke with the cat and the rabbit? The father is the
That's
rabbit.
Amazing World of Gumball. That's the Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah,
That's
I
top
love
five.
that show.
That's
I love
Gumball
top
that
was
show.
fun.
five. That might be
Gumball
number
was
one. That
hella
might be
fun.
number one in since 2012. That might be the best show. That's a show I can. That's a show
I
I
was
can
gonna
sit
say
on.
since 2012.
No, for me, it's Steven Universe, then Gumball.
Nah, Gumball is better than that. I'm sorry,
Nah.
Gumball is too funny.
No. Adventure Time and what was the other one?
For me,
Shit, regular show.
Regular show. I would put regular show over them shows, even though I
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Any day.
regular
regular
show.
show was good, and also We Bare Bears was fun.
I'll take that. I'll
You
take
had
that.
best
We-
underrated.
It was so.
I like We Bare Bear. It's not
I
bad.
like
It's
the
it's not it's not better than it's nowhere near the regular show.
I have to. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I have to watch Steven Universe because Steven Universe is like Avatar to me. Like when it was popular, I never watched it. Never thought it was a bad show. I just never.
I didn't want to watch it at that time. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Because like I watched Avatar like right after everything died down and popular, and then I was like, oh, I see why people like this show, even though
Yeah,
Korra sucked.
it's really funny. I watched a regular show like years ago. It was an episode about hummus that made me cry. I don't know why it made me cry. It was the way they kept saying hummus that just made me die. It was like these are assholes on this TV show. Like, what the fuck am I watching? And Gumball is just like everything about Gumball is just fucked up funny. Like I can't not
It's
not
just
watch.
random.
Like,
It's just so random.
it's random as hell. It's
pure
like I
randomness of
can't.
it.
Like like you'll walk past and see your kids watching it, and then you're like you won't.
But see, what made Gumball interesting is that through all the randomness and all the chaos, there's a lesson tucked in that bitch somewhere if you're paying attention.
But they still fuck you over at the end of the fucking episode. Even after that lesson, that's the beauty of it.
That's the funny part.
There's like here's the
That's
lesson.
That's what made it lit. That's what made it so much fun.
My niece
Like that
loves
shit.
Gumball.
Like
My
that shit
niece
is
loves Gumball.
like it's one person on that fucking show. I think it's a tall, colorful thing that wears a headband all the time. That shit is funny as fuck. I don't know who the fuck he is.
No. My favorite character on Amazing World of Gumball is always gonna be Darwin.
That's the
For
little
me,
sister.
it's always Darwin is the goldfish.
Oh yeah. Really it's the mom. The mom is funny as shit.
Oh, she was mean as fuck.
Yeah, the mom is
She's
the
low
mom is
key
funny as
psycho.
shit.
She is low key psycho.
She was mean as
And an
fuck.
assassin.
You would know, wouldn't you? You would know, wouldn't you?
You know what? We ain't gonna go there.
There it is right there. That is right there. You just proved this point.
Then there's the pickle next door.
Oh God.
Like yeah, that show is amazing. But the best what is the best Cartoon Network TV show ever then?
and Nettie, man.
I would agree with that statement as well.
It's gotta be,
Anything
it's
before
gotta be.
2010. Anything before 2010.
All right,
I
so
am definitely giving it to Ed, and Eddie.
every debate show has one person who kind of sort of has to like go against what everybody say just to make an argument.
That'd be D-Wolf.
So, no,
Wow.
I'll play devil's advocate today, and I will contest that Courage the Cowardly Dog was better than Ed and Eddie.
I wouldn't say better.
Yes.
I don't think
And
better.
I
I don't
agree.
I
think
would
better is the
say
term.
equal or
I
an
agree.
extremely close second, but not better.
I am willing if I have to, just because we are on a podcast about debating about topics. I figured I'd be the one to go against everybody else and say something that actually makes fucking sense. Courage the Cowardly Dog had an actual storyline, lesson behind it, everything. The animation was amazing. There were episodes where some villains returned, some villains didn't. There was always a plot twist behind it. There was an extended episode that was great that had everybody crying. Every villain is remembered, and yeah.
Yeah, but Ed, and Eddie was about niggas vibing. What about that?
And they got quotables.
And they got quotables. And
I
then
am a woodpecker except for dirt. Is
Bruh, Ed literally ate his entire motherfucking bed in one bite. What is that? Did Courage do anything like that? I don't think so.
Yeah.
There was one, I swear to God, I had some sticky notes and I was running around yelling, sticky notes!
Sticky notes! I'm sorry, man. Let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you why. There was Eustace and Muriel were hypnotized by Flan. I'm gonna just start it off with that. Flan.
But wait, you gonna put Courage over Powerpuff Girls?
I forgot about them.
See that, and then this is where you kind of like start the like. If you just said Powerpuff Girls, I done said
I can never forget about Fuzzy Lumpkins, bruh.
Get off of my proper time.
I will be 90 years old and I will never forget about
wait, I gotta ask this question. No, hold on. I gotta ask this question. Who was the best Powerpuff Girls villain?
Mojo Jojo, it's not even close. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Not the Rough Boys.
Nigga, Mojo Jojo was the most loyal villain ever. He was willing to take an ass whooping every episode.
I don't know. For me, it was him.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Nigga, Professor Utonium. The fuck?
How is he the villain? Wait a minute.
He's the reason for all of this shit. He made the Rowdy Rough Boys.
No, Mojo Jojo made the Rowdy Rough Boys.
It was his fault.
Professor Utonium made the Powerpuff Girls, and in the process, accidentally made Mojo Jojo.
I'm being an asshole. You got to make him the fucking villain because he's the reason for all of this bullshit going on in the first fucking place. He should have just not.
It's okay.
You know what?
Thank you. He never gets it. It's always him that ruins shit.
Of course, he's the.
Just so y'all
what about
know,
the mayor? Where the fuck? What the fuck was the?
Open in a jar of pickles. That's what he was doing.
Bruh, with that fine ass lady.
Okay.
Nah, the man was packing. That's the only explanation. That nigga was packing.
The man was
No,
packing.
hold on. Okay. Let's talk about some of the one-off villains from the Powerpuff Girls, because some of them was like, damn, I need them to come back. I needed them to come back, and some of them didn't, and I was upset.
Who?
Let me see. There was a magician zombie dude, Abracadabra. I would have loved to have seen him again. Boogeyman, the Boogeyman. I don't know why he didn't come back for a second episode.
Because Boogeyman was too busy getting his ass whooped.
Came through like a pimp. I love that episode.
Yeah, he did. He was like real. But y'all got to understand. it takes a lot of time to the Powerpuff Girls literally take down 2 villains every day, every episode. Why? Because at the beginning of the episode, they already whooping Mojo Jojo's ass.
It's always
They got a lot going on. The episode starts with them putting a fucking hole in his helmet. Every episode.
So can I tell y'all my favorite Powerpuff Girls episode?
Yeah.
And it involves the Gangrene Gang. When they broke into the mayor's office and they kept prank calling the Powerpuff Girls, and they had the Powerpuff Girls just whooping niggas' asses for no reason.
That was some real nigga shit. I would have fucked with them. I'd have been right there with they stupid ass.
And the episode ends with Mojo Jojo, Fuzzy Luckets, and him tracking down the Gangrene Gang and beating the dog shit out of him in the mayor's office. And when the mayor finally tried to, the actual mayor called the Powerpuff Girls for help, they refused to show up.
It's always an episode like that.
Oh man. Hey yo, we actually got some comments this time since we're live. I think the Thick Bumblebee, she mentioned Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Shout out to them, young. Destroy us
Grim Adventures was fun.
Destroy us
Grim Adventures was fun.
Destroy us all. Destroy us all. Destroy us all.
Stop it.
But if I'm correct, I think she's saying him is the greatest Powerpuff Girl villain.
Thank you.
You can't beat the devil. I mean, you can't really beat the devil.
We gotta show some respect to the fucking consistency of Mojo Jojo. He took an ass. Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, but him was literally the fucking devil, dog. Like,
let me tell y'all something. Mojo Jojo is more consistent than Plankton trying to get the fucking secret formula. Like, stop the bullshit, bro. What are you talking about? Mojo Jojo was not missing an episode, my nigga.
He was trying to, and he took an ass.
This man really stands for Mojo Jojo. Like, this man is really a Mojo Jojo fan. Like,
that's what we need to start telling people, bro. We need to start telling people be as consistent as Mojo Jojo. You'll be somebody. Like, for real.
If you ain't learn nothing else from that motherfucker, you learn determination.
Determination. Like, he took an ass whooping consistently, bro. Like,
and they came back like nothing was wrong.
It was episodes
it might be an episode later. It might be 2 or 3 episodes later, but you gonna see Mojo Jojo again.
Bruh, you can give bruh. Mojo Jojo was that nigga, bruh. I swear to God. Hey, shout out to the Mojo Jojo gang, bruh. For real, like, cause without y'all, it wouldn't be no Powerpuff Girls. Literally, it literally wouldn't be, because the episode starts with your ass whooping. The episode starts with your ass whooping. We need you. Like, but nah, the most powerful person was him. I don't know what the fuck he did or what he was good at. He was what was he? Was he a crab?
Him was the devil. He was the fucking devil.
He was a cross-dressing devil. That's what he was. Thick Bumblebee said when Townsville got turned into dogs.
Oh, my
That was funny.
Oh nah, the one episode with the clown who got soaked in bleach and turned into that evil mime.
I like that episode.
And then they reversed all the bullshit he was doing with a fucking song. Now, mind you, it was a good ass song.
Hey,
I like the song. It was a good song.
Hey,
but it's the fact that you reversed all that damage with music.
I realized something about the Powerpuff Girls, y'all. Did y'all realize, like, whenever they were introduced to a new villain, it seemed like they had a hard time beating them. But ever since that hard time, they just whooped their ass on a random basis. Like, because I remember the episode they met Fuzzy Lumpkins, and for some reason he was whooping their ass.
It was their debut. It was the pilot episode where they fucked with Fuzzy Lumpkins. I remember that.
Like, he was giving them the business.
No. I gotta give a special shout out to Bubbles. Because the way she whooped Fuzzy Lumpkins' ass when he shot her hair and turned
turned to a
one of
meatball.
her pigtails into a fucking drumstick.
Yeah.
The way she went off on Fuzzy Lumpkins was, oh my god! I can't think of a more amazing ass whooping in a cartoon than that.
What?
It made you proud of
When
her.
she became hardcore? The
You
whole
said
hardcore episode.
you said
What?
did you said you couldn't
I can't
you
think
said
of
a better
Only
a better cartoon ass whooping? A better cart I could think of like 3.
I mean, and mind you, I'm excluding. We're talking about like kids cartoons, like comedy type shit, because
Any
that's what
episode,
Papa Brothers was supposed to
any
be.
episode Rolf put hands on somebody was an ass whooping.
Cupcakes and Martinez? Did
No,
you have
no,
cupcakes?
no, hold on, wait. Since you go back
You
there,
beat him
let's
with a
talk about
fish.
when he challenged Eddie to a fight. Do you know how much of a gangster you got to be to beat somebody
Oh
with a
my
fucking
god!
fish?
Hey, y'all want to talk about a 2-piece and a biscuit that he gave? Oh my goodness!
Do you know how gangster you got to be to beat somebody with a fish?
Slim. No. I'm glad you said something about the fish. The funniest episode on fucking Ed and Eddie is when he was teaching Ed how to be a farmer. And he asked Ed, what did he asked Ed to peel potatoes. And when Ed did it wrong, the way he slapped the shit out of him like 7 times, front to back, it was like pat, 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 pat. I was
Yo, Rolf was just violence incarnate. Because
Nah, bro, nah. Fucking
Nah, when he
Rolf
called
was
Kevin a stale
violating
piece of white bread.
everybody.
Rolf had. Oh yeah. Rolf did come through with the insults. Rolf had insults
Bro,
for days.
he was the son of a shepherd, bro. That meant something. He was the son of a shepherd, brother. He made it sound good. And his goat was a legend too. Goat ain't play no games either.
Victor. I remember the ghost name, Victor.
He did not play no fucking games. But shout out to the one nigga that I do a crime with any day, and I know he'll never say shit. Plank.
Frank.
You can always trust Plank.
I can always trust
Hey, yo,
Plank.
Plank whooped somebody's ass in that show too.
Nah, you know what? Nah, I have a rebuttal on that worst beating shit. Y'all remember that one episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where Courage got his shit absolutely pushed in
Oh,
by that I forgot exactly who was whooping his ass, but bruh, the nigga
Was it the cat? Was it the cat?
I think it was the cat.
Cause the like 2 or 3 episodes where that red cat showed up, that cat fucked his life up.
Yeah, but like, bro, there was a particular. No, I remember. It was Courage versus the fucking robot dog. Now I fucking remember. And Courage got pieced the fuck up.
Oh, I forgot
I
about
remember it.
that.
He was like, wow,
When
and then completely destroyed Courage, bro.
when it all
Oh, you're
boils
right
down,
about that. You're right about that. I forgot about that. Oh, poor
when
Courage.
it all boils down, every TV show taught us a valuable lesson. Ed and Eddie taught us to never quit, man. You gotta keep getting it. You gotta try. You gotta figure out a way. It's always a way to get something.
I've never seen a group of niggas go so hard off over some candy like Ed and Eddie.
And they found
They
a
went
way
through
every
all
day
that
to
shit.
get
They
it.
went through over some fucking jawbreakers.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Courage the Cowardly Dog taught me. Never be afraid to face your fears, bro. Don't be afraid, man. Even the dog can be scared, but he can face his fears. Johnny Bravo, no means no.
Oh, that was it.
Yo,
No, straight like that. Johnny Bravo, no means no. And then even if she didn't say no, let's just assume she said no because she might whoop your ass. Because even the buckest nigga,
That's the man that took an ass whipping on occasion.
Yes, hey, shout out to Johnny Bravo because he ain't never
Oh
tried to take
shit!
advantage of nobody. He understood the concept. He was just consistent.
No, hold on. Did y'all mention the goat of all goats in cartoon history? My boy D Long from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Watch out, you fool!
Watch out, you fool!
Hey,
Dog,
what? I
wanna play
forgot
fetch?
about. Oh my God!
That's
Thank
what I'm
y'all.
at. Watch where
Thank
you
y'all.
going, you fool.
Watch where you going, you
Right.
fool!
Hey, shout out to him and the my leg person, bro. I swear to God, they made
Fred,
our fucking day.
Fred, my leg.
My leg guy, and he always was in a random area, like Courage the Cowardly Dog would be getting chased by a bunch of ducks in a sewer, and he'd just be in the sewer, like, watch out, you fool! How the fuck you get down here?
No, if we want, hold on. If we're gonna talk about cartoon characters that always showed up somewhere they had no business being, shout out to the cabbage vendor from Avatar.
Nah, I don't want to talk about Avatar.
No,
Nah,
we have to acknowledge
no,
that cabbage vendor.
no, because there's someone worse than him. It's the red guy from Cat with Chicken. That nigga was everywhere.
Oh my god!
The red
Another
guy from
rendition of the devil.
The red guy from who?
Cat with
Cow and
Chicken. The red
chicken.
guy.
Oh my God, the devil!
Yeah. Hello, it's me.
Hello.
That he was everywhere. You did not need him to be.
And he was real irritating too.
The red guy with no pants. that's
Oh
that's where
my
I learned
god.
the word. That's where I learned the word fetching. That's where so fetching. I was like, not
I learned that
cartoons
word
teaching
from
me
Justice
fucking
League.
words that I don't.
Hey, who are the people? I forgot the characters from Justice Friends.
Major Glory,
It was
Valhalla.
yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to them too.
They all got
Major
their heads
Glory was
chopped like
Homelander.
Rushmore. I'm
Yo. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Now you need to think about it. It was like, yo, whoever thought of, oh my god, saw that episode and was like, you know what?
He looked like Homelander.
Yeah. Oh man.
He did look like Homeland. Oh my fucking god!
Even though he was really supposed to be a knockoff of Captain America, but okay.
Can I get a Don DeMarco, please?
Don DeMarco.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Man. Oh man. We gotta say goodbye to.
any last words before we get to start the show?
I just think it's amazing, bro. I just think it's amazing how Encourage the Cowardly Dog, that house gets destroyed in a lot of episodes, and then it just comes back the next fucking episode like nothing happened.
Right.
Hey, shout out to the truck that never lose gas.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
I just want to say how grateful I am for Cartoon Network for reviving this one show that to this day holds a special place. Reboot. Nobody mentions this show anymore, but that shit, they brought it back from the grave because it got canceled because they said it was getting a little too rough for kids, blah blah blah. And Cartoon Network brought it back, and that shit became legendary to me, yo. Reboot.
I need to find
Reboot,
that. I need to find that and watch that again at some point.
So he was.
Hold on. Before you, hold on. Wait, real quick. Before you ask me what you about to ask him, another one of my personal favorites off of Cartoon Network, which is actually on Netflix, Code Lyoko.
I have a love-hate relationship with Code Lyoko.
Worst intro ever.
Thank you. And I fucking hated Maguzi.
Now I'm sorry, bro. I hate shows with bad intros. Like the show could be good, but if your intro is trash, why should I continue?
You're not bringing me in. You're not making me want to.
Like that fucking little goody two shoes ass intro. Like what?
Man, Jolly.
Okay, so now, first off, Father, let me ask you a question. Would you rather listen to the Coleoco intro or Brie Bella's theme song?
Why would you ask me such a fucking question?
Wow. That's a low blow and you know it.
Hey,
That was a
hey,
low blow and you
Ray,
know
you
it.
gotta start the show off that. You gotta start the show off that one.
You know what? I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer it too, but I'm gonna answer it out of spite. I'm fucking picking Brie mode because I am not listening to Coleoco. I'm not doing it.
Damn.
I'm not doing it.
Oh shit. That was a fucking low
And
blow.
Brie Bella, if you ever watch the backplay of this footage, even though she probably won't, but if you ever do, your theme song was trash, and I'm sorry you had to be associated with that trash.
That shit was horrible. They was annoying too. It was annoying as fuck. You giving me a headache thinking about it.
Now I understand why she was botching so much. It was that fucking theme song.
Okay, all right. Now, D Wolf, your question: did you ever watch that reboot show that they tried to make years later?
Oh, oh god, that was, I don't know what that was. Because they were supposed to. Okay, after the final movie, it left off at a cliffhanger, and everyone was like, they're even planning a theatrical release of a continuation of those last episodes and the way it ended. So for years we were waiting, years and years and years. Then they say, "Oh, Netflix coming out with reboot." I'm like, okay, everybody was hyped. Then when we saw what that was, I'm like, this is not. What was that show again? Big Bad. No, not Big Boys. Superhuman Samurai. That's what it felt like. I mean, I love Superhuman Samurai, but I'm like, what do you do? You don't put users in there. There's a reason that what made that show special is like you're not supposed to know what the user is because it's like a parallel of real life. Like how we look at when God does certain things for us and this and the other, and things happen in our lives. For them. The user is unseen. The user is God. Whoever's running that computer is running that computer, putting whatever code in, playing whatever game they playing, and that's how you don't know who it is. You're living your life, traveling through systems and through the internet and the web and shit like that. It's supposed to be. And when they started putting kids in that shit, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
High school kids.
It was so. I'm like, don't do this to me, son. I couldn't. I was like, okay.
And one of them was an AI bot. That one of the nerd guys fell in love with too. That was like, wow,
I couldn't do it.
We are really doing this.
They just, man.
But they brought back Bob. They did bring back Bob.
Yeah, they brought it. Yeah, but I'm like, wait, he's not even supposed to look. That's done. That is done. Oh god, it was so bad. It was so bad. Matrix has got none of the hexadecimals back. Like, wait, she's White Queen now. What are you doing? I don't know.
They said fuck everything.
Yeah.
Also, Thick Bumblebee said Samurai Jack was badass, so I wanted to shout out Samurai Jack as well. And I'm glad that they put an ending to that, and it was one of the greatest endings to a show. I love Samurai Jack. So.
Yeah, Samurai Jack definitely carried.
Far behind. I gotta see that.
They definitely carry weight. Samurai Jack definitely carry weight.
Oh hell yeah! I just didn't see when it came back for the finale. I didn't see that, but the show itself, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it was good, and it was.
That was a great intro.
I like that they ended it, and you know me, because I don't like things that last too long. I think some things need to end, and so when they gave that a good ending, I was happy.
I wish Reboot got that respect.
Right.
Oh man, it's bad. So, but on to the show, because that's like a cold opening. I wanted to knock out you know me, I wanted to knock out the wrestling from the first so Extreme Rules was last Saturday, and I wanted the panel's thoughts on Extreme Rules. What did y'all think about it?
8 out of 10.
It was fun. It was definitely fun.
It was a good pay-per-view. I genuinely enjoyed myself. First of all, it was 6 matches. The nigga didn't even keep us long. And the thing I love about pay-per-views with like not a lot of matches is because the stories could be told more, and there's a lot more emphasis on, you know, like both of the superstars or like both of, you know, whatever situation is happening. Because every single one of them had an established storyline. For example, motherfucking Finn Balor versus Edge I Quit match, like that was beautifully done. That shit was beautifully done. And now we get the prospect of seeing Beth Phoenix step in the ring with fucking Rhea Ripley. And I'm gonna lose my shit if I see it, because both of them are like, bruh, for like power wrestlers, they're really, really fucking good. Like, so that's gonna be a really good ass match. And then of course, like Edge's storytelling. That's it. That's a whole conversation in itself, because
Oh
that
yeah.
man can tell motherfucking stories in the ring without saying shit.
Agreed.
So yeah, it was a really good show. And of course, you know, our Lord and Savior Bray Wyatt has entered the chat again. So I'm happy about that.
I marked out. I
I
fucking
also
marked
marked out. I also marked. We were
we
marking out together.
we knew he was coming, but the way they reintroduced him was epic as fuck.
I think I'm about to like mute and go watch it.
I wanna talk about one particular match I didn't necessarily have a problem with, but it's something that, like, okay, people who were doing reviews on the pay-per-view and shit were like, I guess, taking issue with, and I'm just like, the match itself wasn't bad. I had one minor problem with this one particular match, and that was the strap match between McIntyre and Karrion Kross. Now, hear me out, because again, I did not have a problem with the match itself, except for the way it ended.
It's
That is
always
the only
endings.
thing I take. That's the only thing I take issue with. Simply because for them, okay, a strap match is supposed to be, you know, it's one of the more brutal matches you could put two wrestlers in. You know what I'm saying? You got two guys bound together by a big ass leather strap, no DQ, and you can do whatever you want to the other guy with the fucking strap. You know, whatever. People were complaining about, you know, how slow the match was, and, you know, this, that, and the third. You're navigating around a damn strap. You're navigating around a whole other individual who is at the other end of the strap from, there's a lot to work around with that. So yeah, your big spots, your big oh my gosh, moments of the match, they're going to come slow. There's a lot to navigate around. So I'm just like, what are people bitching about with this match? You should know, especially if you're someone who's been watching wrestling for years and years, you should know how these types of matches are going to go. I was expecting that match to be slow paced, simply because of the mechanics of a strap match. All the shit you got to work around. So it's just like all the people hating on that particular match, I don't get it. My one issue with the match is, again, the way it ended with Scarlett getting involved with the pepper spray. You could, okay, I get it. We knew Scarlett was going to get involved in that match some way, somehow. But for her presence to be the deciding factor, in Karrion Kross winning that match was meh to me.
Beautifully done. Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Oh, you just watched that clip of Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, I had to. Oh, that's amazing. Didn't even
bad.
take much. It was very straight to the point. Fucking Triple H, you fucking fucker. You're doing great. You're doing fucking great. Oh my God.
He ain't missed yet.
You are fucking Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I have to call you by your fake government name.
If nobody got me, Triple H got me.
Yo, Hunter ain't missed yet. That's all I'm gonna say about that. He ain't missed yet.
Nah, he missed when he gave Aaliyah and Raquel Gonzalez the fucking titles. That was a miss.
I mean, I don't care that much about the women's tag team bouts to even.
Hunter, you fucking fucker. You learned so much from Vince by not doing what Vince did.
Learn from exemption, not by example.
Yeah, so
That's what that is.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the opposite of whatever that nigga was doing, and then now it's successful.
Can you imagine?
Sometimes you don't even really need to do shit for real because everything has already been laid out for you.
But this actually speaks volumes of how much Triple H probably didn't want to go in the direction that Vince was going.
See,
Because there's a narrative that Triple H was always the son of the owner. He's the yes man. He just does whatever. But it's starting to feel like Triple H probably didn't want to go in that direction. But Vince had a bigger say so.
See, just the way things have changed since Vince McMahon stepped down, and all the shit that's happened over such a short amount of time, it's night and day. This speaks to not just what you Triple H's knowledge of the business as a whole. That's what this speaks to, if you ask me.
Being in the business is different from being outside of it.
Thank you. Because it's so many cats who just decide, oh, I'm gonna start up a wrestling company and just don't have no idea what they're getting into. For example, Dixie Carter.
Triple H.
Impact had all the potential in the world, but Dixie, you clumsy motherfucker. Sorry, just
Nah, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Say it with your chest.
All the potential in the world Impact had so much talent, and then you pull big names into that shit. You had the Hardys, you had Kurt Angle, you had the Dudleys, you had fucking Sting. Impact should have become way more than what it was. I stopped watching Impact a long ass time ago, but as far as my knowledge goes with Impact, with all the shit that happened with Jared and Hulk Hogan and this, that, and the third, I think they still have yet to fucking recover. Like, I think they're still fucked up.
Okay. All right. I enjoyed my favorite part was obviously Bray Wyatt. Y'all know I'm a big ass Bray Wyatt fan. I actually like the fight pit match. I'm glad that Matt Riddle got over. And also, side note, I know that Seth freaking Rollins is the United States champion. I hate the way that he lost that Bobby. Hate the way Bobby lost that title, but I guess I understand because he's going to fight Brock Lesnar and Crown Jewel. I hated it.
I gotta say something to that. Hold on, wait. I gotta say something to that. What's with Brock Lesnar being the cause of all the black champions losing their belts?
I mean, do you see his skin color? That's all you need.
It sounds about white.
That's besides the point.
Sounds about white.
It's not besides the point. He's a white man. He's just doing what white people do, you know.
I mean, technically, Bobby beat him first, so not like.
I guess, but
right. Don't get me wrong. You're right. You're right. But Bobby did beat him first. I just hate the way he went out like that. But
Honestly,
I'm
fine.
I'm
No,
sort of happy that Seth Rollins got the United States title because I feel like and Father's been saying this for the longest. Seth freaking Rollins has been carrying that fucking company for a while.
Yep. Yes, he has.
So him getting the United States title, I was like, yeah, it's well deserved. I hate the way he went out like that, but it does fit Seth Rollins in his heel gimmick. So it's just like I can't be fully mad, but
The only reason why I don't have a problem with it is because they still made Bobby Lashley look strong as fuck. The nigga got his arm pretty much messed up by a Kimura by Brock Lesnar of all people. Took a F5, and then the nigga still went on to spear Seth Rollins.
So
Not
took
only
two
that,
F5.
took
Took
great
two
spear,
F5.
by the
yeah,
way.
he took two F5s and a Kimura lock, and he was still able to give Seth Rollins that work. So he was like, he lost it strong. He lost it, but he lost it strong. And then, that post interview, the nigga, like, he said, bro, I'm going to rip fucking Brock Lesnar's head apart. And I'm like, oh shit. Now I'm actually I'm invested because, bro, if you remember a while back, like this is back in like 2007, bro, Bobby Lashley's entrance was literally Brock Lesnar's.
Yep.
It was literally Brock Lesnar's. And I'm like, bro, I see what they're trying to do. They're literally trying to make this man the Black Brock Lesnar, which I kind of had a problem with because Bobby Lashley is fucking amazing, right? Like he can, bro, his run in Impact is one of the best heavyweight runs I've seen. That nigga held the title and basically did not lose it.
Right.
So,
hey,
I'm just glad that Bobby Lashley is like getting his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the top people in WWE right now, which I love. So, I'm happy. I've been watching Bobby Lashley ever since he debuted back in like 2005. So I'm glad to see him where he's at right now.
Yeah.
So
I hope I get the match I want though between him and Brock Lesnar. I hope I get the match I want, and that's all.
which is
If you get the match you want, he's going to lose.
them beating the shit out of each other. I don't care who wins or lose. I just want them to beat the shit out of each other. Sort of like it's not on the likes of Gunter and fucking Sheamus, which also very good fucking match.
that first encounter with that first Intercontinental title match between Gunther and Sheamus, if that's not match of the fucking year.
Oh man, that shit. It was
If that's not, well, if that's not contender for match of the year, oh shit.
But shout out to Bobby. I feel like he did a great job holding that U.S. title and him being a fighting champion, and like he made that title worth something. So shout out to him on that.
Also, Bobby Lashley elevated that title.
Yes, he did. I couldn't agree with you more. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Thank you, Hunter.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
Man. The next topic. What did y'all think about 50 Cent's son Marquise talking about him getting 67?
No pun intended. No pun intended.
Him saying that 6.7K a month wasn't enough in child support. How do y'all feel about that?
What's Smokey Mother say? Make it enough.
Right?
Q, that was literally the perfect response. I just want you to know.
Is he really
Thank you,
saying
sir.
that
Thank you, sir.
6.7K is not enough?
That's what his son said. Yeah.
His son?
That was 50 Cent's son that said that. All right, now granted, because I can hear you about to go on a rant, so
yes,
I want to say this
I am.
before.
Oh my God! Let me get my snacks. Hold on.
All right, all right. Let me set you up, Christian. Let me throw the alley to your oop. Granted, before she tried to put him on child support and go to the court, she was getting 25K a month, and separately, Marquise was getting 10 to 15K a month. And then the baby mother wanted to be greedy and take him to court because she felt like she deserved more. Not to mention, 50 let them stay in one of their apartments for rent free. Didn't have to ask for anything. Now she got greedy and tried to take him to court. The court lowered it down to 6.7K a month, and Marquise blames the father for that. Now, for those who don't know, 6.7K a month, that averages about 80 something K a year. So that is double what the average man makes in a fucking in a month, in basically a year. The average man makes about 40 to 50K. He's about double that. So the floor is yours, Crystal.
Oh, okay, Crystal. I got my snacks. I'm ready. You can go ahead and start.
All right. So,
My
can
mic.
we start off with recognizing that when women decide to have sex with men, because that's what we do, okay? We have to hold responsibility for what the fuck we did and not really look at the person to financially support the child. Support the child, but 6.7K because somebody's a celebrity, it's like asking someone to pay taxes because they went out of their way to make a way for themselves to build a business on their own from the fucking dirt. She should not have 6.7K or even 15K or even whatever K. It shouldn't even fucking be in the thousands. What do children need to fucking be raised? Clothes on their back, not brand name, clothes, just regular clothes, food in their stomach, not gourmet food, and a roof over their head, not a fucking mansion. So until we can get our priorities correct, um, he needs to just not even have to pay that. At the end of the day, a lot of people is going to come after me, but I don't give a fuck because it's too many fucking times that we put all the pressure on the man when it takes two people to make a baby. I'm flipping the fucking script because it's now to the point where women who's getting K and up are saying, oh, this is not enough to support a child. Do we have a statistics of what a child needs? Because when they come out the fucking womb, nobody said they need Gucci bags and all of this other expensive shit. They need to survive. What were they doing back in the 50s, the 40s, the 30s? They didn't have child support. Just keeping it fucking real. But they had women who said, hey, I actually respect myself. I don't want to have to go after the father and have him just paying everything. I'm in a whole responsibility too. Changing a child, feeding a child and stuff, that's all fine and stuff. But asking for the financial portion should have been talked about before people had sex. End of story. That's my 2 cents.
That was delicious. Oh my god. I love it when you cook. I fucking love it when Crystal be cooking, man.
Once again, she out here cooking for you folks.
That's that accountability special right there. That's what that was.
Accountability with a side of lemonade.
Hey, hold on, time out. I got a song from 50 Cent's son that I gotta sing. You know what I'm saying? It was produced and composed by Curtis Jackson himself. Nigga, use a window shopper. Miami. I think you know.
You are fucking petty.
No, 50
No,
Cent.
50 is
50
petty.
Cent
What
is
the
a
hell?
giving person. If anybody knows 50 Cent, remember the story where he had all his homeboys from the hood live up in his fucking mansion to get on their fucking feet and they just did him dirty? And he realized he can't take everybody with him. You know what I
Everybody
mean?
knows that
Can we
lesson.
talk about that? They're quick to put that shit in the timeline of 50 Cent, but not his accolades, not what he's doing for the community and his fucking future
They,
generations.
the
And that
world,
man, that
the
boy
world does, the world
is
does not like a
ungrateful.
smart. The world does not like a smart black man, and that's exactly what the fuck
No,
50
I
Cent
see what they're doing, and I'm glad that they put that in so other people who are smart can research what 50 Cent really is fucking about. He's not about that baby mama drama.
Sounds
She's
to me.
embarrassing her son by doing that, by even putting him in fucking court. This man put. Oh Lord, I'm done. I'm We're done.
No,
Let's.
don't stop. Don't
It
stop
sounds
the
to me
food.
that the mom was in his ear for him to say
Oh
something.
no! You no, Crystal, keep going. I want dessert. Keep going.
Right, I'm about to say I'm
It's
still over
horrible.
emotion. Like no, I just really feel like 50 Cent right now is in his mansion, kicking his feet up with a notepad and a pen right beside his chair, writing down all the shit he can do to
Mm.
make their life a living hell.
Oh, you know,
No.
50 a petty nigga.
Because that's
You
I'm
know
about to
what's
say
gonna
because
happen?
if there is one person in the world that I know is petty as fuck, it is
Mm.
Curtis Jackson.
Wait a minute.
This
He's
is an
from Jamaica.
ELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you could
Hey,
read
shit,
one full page of a
page
Harry
of a
Potter
Harry
book,
Potter.
nigga.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, I
I
was
have
about to
yet
say,
to
this
see
the
anyone
same
out
person
petty 50 Cent.
that told Floyd Mayweather online that if you could read one page of a Harry Potter book,
Mm.
this is a lightweight champion of the world.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
sorry. I have yet
did
to
you?
see anyone out petty 50 Cent. I don't think it can be done.
Oh,
You
what
know
about?
what? Eminem was pretty damn close though. And
There's
then he let
petty and
Mariah
then there's
Carey
just
destroy
outright.
him, so I can't say
I
he's
mean, there's
petty.
petty and then there's just outright evil. The Mariah Carey thing, and more or less did that themselves.
Mm.
Nah, 50 Cent just he makes a living out of being petty as fuck. Like he's even when he was gangster petty as shit.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
yeah. I learned that from Langston.
Yeah, he
And
was
I was
like,
like how that flow was.
The music video alone was just that was
right.
it.
You
It's
know,
like,
true kids from the hood would be like, yo, 50 Cent is my dad. Let me see what I can do to help him build his empire. And I talk about, oh, you only gave me and my mom 6.7. Get the fuck out of here. You definitely a suburban kid.
But
Cause
that
no
no,
that
kids,
that that's
Brooklyn
a
ain't good. We ain't gonna
but
complain. He give us
real talk.
$50. We good. The
That's
fuck?
mama in his ear. That's greedy. That's greedy punk ass mama in his ear. That's
nah,
all that is.
I just feel like none of this shit should even be in the public. That's where shit fucks up at. When you put shit in the public to try to embarrass somebody or try to create an aura around somebody to make it seem like they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, that's when the issue becomes bigger than what it is. Like it's always a chance for you to just go talk to your father, even if you and your father ain't cool. There's a chance for you to go behind closed. If he wasn't famous, this would have went a lot different. That's why I understand where Crystal's coming from. Like if he wasn't 50 Cent and he was just regular Curtis Jackson, we wouldn't care about this shit. He'd just be another father trying to do what he got to do and paying what he got to pay. To like, it ain't like he denying the boy. The boy looked just like him without a beard.
Yeah.
The boy
He
looked.
was that, like,
The boy literally looks just like 50 Cent, and it's like it ain't like he denying it. So I know 50 Cent not just no deadbeat out here. It got to be something. Like the man, he's a businessman. The man has a fucking like he has endorsements. I don't think those endorsements
Mm,
would still be there if he was a deadbeat father. I'm just saying, a
exactly.
black deadbeat father. Oh, that's the biggest reason to disappear. Nigga, everybody left Tiger Woods when they found out he was cheating. What makes you think they ain't gonna leave 50 Cent if they find out he a deadbeat dad?
Mm. I wonder who's paying them. I think it's a deeper story here.
he's 24 now, so he's done paying child support for at least Marquise. Um, so I don't know
He has
if
another kid with I forgot that lady name that
I don't
he
know,
was
but you don't
fucking
hear
a
shit.
few
You
years
don't hear
back.
shit from her though. She quiet. I'm pretty sure.
She don't present the same grief that this other broad does.
Nah, she
That's
doesn't.
why.
It's
Also,
called evilness. The fuck?
Thick Bumblebee said my ex sister in law cough horror cough got mad. I bought her baby clothes and they weren't brand name. You need to get the
Nah,
fuck out
no.
my face with that.
Hold up.
Kids
What
don't
did she
need
say?
brand name.
Repeat that again.
No, I think
Okay.
she was saying that like her ex sister in law got mad at her and she bought her clothes, but they weren't brand name. Like
Okay, let me say something to that. Children, especially babies, small children, don't
Don't
need
give a fuck.
brand name nothing
They don't
for
care.
multiple reasons. First of all, in few months to a couple of years or whatever, they're gonna outgrow the shit and they're not gonna be able to fucking use it to begin with. Second, kids destroy shit on a regular fucking basis. I am not buying my son or my daughter no damn $50, $200 shoes or clothes or whatever the fuck just for them to destroy it while they're out playing and do whatever the hell it is that kids do. And now I just wasted that $100+ on an outfit just for them to tear the damn thing apart. No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take my ass to Walmart. I'm gonna take my ass to Target. Hell, it's a thrift store literally across the street from my fucking job. That's where their clothes are coming from. I can spend $50 and fill my son's closet.
Hmm.
Fuck that.
And then we have what, the children's clothes store, or it's called children's something.
There's children's place. If you're
Yeah,
shopping for
children's
stuff
place
for
is the hot
if
spot.
you want if you got little girls and you want something nice looking for the low, justice.
Can we agree that if you have anyone that's a female and they are like, I get it, you want to have clothes that last long, but not every brand name clothes last long, but you just want it just because of the fucking name? Can we agree that's a fucking red flag? I'm gonna call it out.
Yes. Yes it
Jordans
is.
on 1-year-old babies and they can't even
Materialistic
say
ass
A. It's not
bullshit. That's
cool.
exactly what that is. Materialistic bullshit.
That's a red flag for me. I'm
Nigga,
sorry.
bro, if it was up to me, I'd raise my kids in Africa. I'm so dead ass. If it was honestly up to me. And the
you
reason
said that
why,
before. I remember you saying that before.
yeah,
So
like because my issue with the United States of America in particular is that this society, it doesn't have its values in order. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it to shit on the country. I'm just saying that we glorify a lot of stupid shit that shouldn't be glorified, and then we wonder why our children are so fucked up. We wonder why teenagers be doing whatever the fuck they want. We wonder why high schoolers act a certain way. Like, all of that shit is a mirror to the shit that we teach our children and the shit that they're exposed to when you raise them in a country that doesn't really have its values in order. But at least in Africa, the village is your motherfucking that's where your culture comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's like where you get to see humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think African villages are like the most underrated places on earth, because those people are some of the most generous, most nicest people you'll ever meet. Like, these people will house you. You feel what I'm saying? And I've seen this. Like, I've literally seen this. So it, like, they really embody that it takes a village to raise a child mentality. And that's why, like, if given the chance, I would love to raise my kids in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can raise them in America too. That won't be a problem, but I would just have to be a very active parent and actually pay attention to the shit that's going in their minds away from school and in the house. And, being a parent in itself is a full-time job. So the fact that, you really got to watch out for what your kids are absorbing out here so they don't get compromised. Like, bro, it's going to be difficult, but it's necessary so that you bring in children that actually, embody the values that you yourself want to see in the world. So that's why that's important to me.
Mm.
Is it? Think Bumblebee also said he should buy his baby mama neighbors a dog for each house and then pay them to let him out and bark all night long.
Nah,
That's
that's
how
World War III.
That's
That's how
petty. That's
I
real
love that
petty.
idea. I love
That's
that
even
idea. That's amazing.
Yo.
That's
Shout
amazing.
out to Bumblebee.
We might need you on this panel, man.
Or
Yo.
he should get an apartment over top of where they live and pay somebody to vacuum the floor all night.
Or just stomp around. Shoot.
Or pay somebody to cook greens in the building.
Ungrateful.
Matter of fact, shoot, for the right price, I'll move in that motherfucker and I'll just blast random ass music all night long just to piss them off.
Beanie Man. Last Beanie. Vibes Cartel.
I'm playing nothing but Jamaican music, some dance hall.
Yo, Vibes Cartel all the way.
Boom!
Oh,
4 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta hear, don't let him go, no.
Oh, them, oh,
Nigga, don't turn that shit down.
yo, on
A
that,
ting-a-ling, a ting-a-ling-a-ling.
I'm getting them Jamaican hype bands. Bushfire! Bushfire!
Hey,
Put up.
oh man.
Are you hear?
And you know what's sad? Y'all making fun, but you know what's sad? Because in Brooklyn, I go to sleep to that music. It'll be next door, upstairs, across the street, just that.
It's what you're
Like,
used to
that's
listening
soothing to me.
to,
I
so
don't know why.
it's what you're used to listening to. It's what you grew up off of.
Yeah, the basement parties, don't get me started.
Oh, you unlocking memories, Crystal.
Yo,
Ooh.
I'm going all the way back to the butterfly dance. Salt and pepper. I just showed my age. Like, we can keep going though.
Okay. Any last words before we move on to our final topic?
What he saying? Fuck me for?
Oh man.
Bro, 50 Cent is fun. I feel like 50 Cent and Boosie are like some of the funniest niggas on the internet. I swear to God.
I will forever appreciate the picture of money being spelled out. I'm broke.
Oh man. Hey, y'all seen the interview when Vlad was talking? Boozy was talking about how one of his sons' grandkid wasn't his, and he was like,
Yeah.
"I stand at his fucking toes, Vlad.
His toes, Vlad.
I stand at his fucking toes. I knew that wasn't." Hey, yo, Boogie's just funny without trying. That's funny.
Like he's like without trying. Like,
I hate Lil Boosie sometimes because it don't be him. It just be how he say shit.
A 12-year-old.
You know what he
you
said
gonna
about
cut his dick off? Come on, dog. Come on, bro. You doing too much.
Don't cut that boy dick off.
Don't cut that boy dick off. That's a big old ass right there. That's a big old ass right there.
That nigga, oh my god, I fucking love Lil Boosie.
Yo, Boosie is hilarious. Okay, last topic. Have y'all seen the no voting, no vucking video?
Oh, Ray. Let me get in.
Hey, no, hold on, time out. Side note, have y'all seen the fucking campaign video?
I'm afraid.
Oh, you mean next time we ask for the police, call a crackhead? Call a crackhead.
Ray, introduce the topic because I got some shit to fucking say.
Okay. If y'all know what the BLK app is or the Black app is,
it's that dating app.
Site.
Yeah.
It's a dating app. But sometimes they put videos like Vax That Ass Up with Juvenile talking about getting the vaccine. And now their latest video, which involves Trina and Saucy Santana talking about no voting, no vucking. It's V instead of an F. And what that video is about is if you're not going to vote, we're not going to give you sex. So obviously, Father wants to jump in this.
Let's go, Father. Let's go, Father.
The floor is yours, my brother.
Let's go, Father.
Listen.
And I know D-Wolf, you right behind him too, but go ahead, Father.
Listen. I am so tired of how they fucking represent the Black community when it comes to voting or when it comes to any serious discussion when it comes to our self-interest. Why the fuck? Like, this is the same energy they had when they was doing the whole twerk for the vote thing. You had a whole bunch of strippers saying they're talking about, oh, you guys need to go and vote. And then I'm like, so then why aren't people who are actually influential in the community telling us to go vote? And if that, why isn't
I remember that get your booty on the pole bullshit.
Yeah, get your booty on the pole. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, so you really think that we're jokes? You're joking with us, right? You really think that we're going to fucking start voting because we see some ass and some strippers and shit like that? Like, that's so fucking disrespectful. And it just shows how little you value us as a people. And the particular reason why I hate shit like this, because it's tokenism. You feel what I'm saying? It's shit that people can look at and they'll fucking laugh at us because now it appears that we don't take our shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? It appears that whenever we have a problem, the only thing that we can really do is get our fucking, you know, degenerate ass celebrities to talk about the issues that apparently we're not so educated to talk about. Yet, whenever we're having these discussions, and trust me, it's a lot of discussions that we need to have. It's a lot of shit it's a lot of L's that we have taken as a community just so the entire country doesn't fucking explode. You feel what I'm saying? We've always had to be the ones to take that L. So now that we're in this political environment where shit hasn't changed and people are still they're still using tokenism to try to appeal to the Black community, is disrespectful as fuck. It is so disrespectful. And you know, like, it takes a certain type of consciousness. It takes a certain type of perspective in order to become the type of person who actually cares about the issues, who actually wants to implement solutions within the community so that the next generation can at least have something that they can, you know, have a foundation on. But all we want to do is just get motherfuckers to go vote in elections that don't even really benefit us, no matter what fucking candidate that we pick. You know what I'm saying? It's a rigged game across the board. Even if you have people that speak that Black shit, even if you have people that, you know, are for the Black community, they have to play ball with either the Democrats or the Republicans, and both of them have been anti-Black since the founding of this country. You feeling what I'm saying? So whenever you see a Black liberal or a Black Democrat talking, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. Whenever you see a Black conservative or a Black Republican talking, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's no solutions. It's always, oh, the Black community this, the Black community that. And I'm like, bro, when are we going to be serious in actually creating our own type of infrastructure? When are we going to teach our children the importance of not only gatekeeping your culture, but refining your culture to something that everybody has no choice but to respect? Because when it comes to Black people, all we're going to be known for by the time all of this shit is said and done is niggas fucking twerking so people can go vote, is people fucking making music videos and doing a whole bunch of shucking and jiving so that we can actually have the conversations that we need to have. But for you to sit there and tell me that you're not gonna fuck me because I'm not participating in a system that oppresses me and the people that look like me on a daily motherfucking basis, fuck you, go choke on sand and shit it out your asshole.
I love it.
God damn, go choke on sand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
D-Wolf, you got anything to say about it?
Yo, on top of what he said, I would have at least had respect if the message was, don't play any parts in these games. Like, let's not vote at all. If that was the message, I would have had some respect for it. But when you see shit like this and it's on one, like, it's, if they're making you do this and they're using us for this shit, you got to see it as a problem. Because when I saw that, I was like, could you imagine? Like, I try to place myself like far in the future, and I'm looking up history, and I can imagine far in the future you're able to see the footage of all this shit, and you look back, and I feel like, what if I didn't exist today and I was a fresh mind in the future and saw this? I'm like, what were my people doing? You know, like, this is, oh God, yo, the cringe. That shit hurt my soul. Because I'm like, whoever's sharing this on, you're the problem. If nobody, whoever's blind to what just happened, what that was, you're the problem. Oh God, man, that was. I was like, this is real. Like, this is serious. This is serious. We're supposed to take this seriously, and it made me think of when we were talking about the whole burn the whole shit down, burn the whole culture down.
Yeah,
this is what I thought of immediately. Like that discussion made me think of this. Once I saw this, and I was like, that discussion about burning this shit down. This is exactly what I think she meant. Because if that's what I thought when she said that, and this is what I was talking about, not the lifestyle, but using that lifestyle for this to represent us for a message for some higher ups or whomever, you know, as if all black people are like this, if all black people are of this ilk, who like this is the majority of us, this is how we think, and that's why, and we want to be surprised when we're perceived a certain way in certain situations, and the right people, the correct people, are ignored, and they're the ones how are these people not ridiculed, but the ones who know better, the ones who should be pushed to the forefront, they're the ones being ridiculed. It makes this is backwards, yo, upside down clown world, straight up. Because I cannot believe, like, but I am glad. I like when I saw it. I saw it on Twitter. There was enough black people saying, "What the fuck is this?" So that made me feel good, you know. Oh my God.
Anybody else want to jump in? They can.
Yeah. So from what I'm getting, who are the people that is not going to fuck guys that want them so badly because they're not going to vote? Who are these people?
Mm-hmm.
Can we identify the women who think that they're women by withholding sex from men that's not really their men? Can we start there? I'm just saying, when you got into a relationship, you got it with your pussy or your mind. What kind of women are we talking about? Did I get it wrong here?
You gotta see it.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because I will make sure that I follow the IP address. I'm not the type of person to want to see shit like that.
I didn't want to see it either. I just came across
it. I know what it's about. It's about demonizing the culture to make it so pitiful that we vote based off of sex. We vote based off of strippers and pole workers and all of that shit, right? We don't vote based off of the fact that someone actually can change this country for the better and give rights to not just black people, but every diversity that's in this country that created the country to make it what it is today. No, we have to go to sex and manipulation. What next? You're going to put a McDonald's commercial with all the black people in it for us to vote next? Like, what is happening? At the end of the day, the only people, and this is a harsh thing, the only people we have to blame is the music industry and the people that's pushing this agenda and thinking it's cute and be like, well, you know, I want sex, so I gotta vote. I want this because I gotta vote. Yeah, so you're gonna keep bending down and bowing down because you're gonna play the game to get stuff when you can create that opportunity for your fucking self. I don't get it. The only reason they're able to get away with this shit is because we're allowing it. Can we stop bitching and complaining and create our own campaigns? Can we start going into the communities and the societies that lock us out systematically and make sure this shit doesn't happen in media? Can we start there? No, we're bowing down to people that have connections in this industry to make us look like fools so that we continue to vote anyway. Well, because of that commercial, guess what? I'm not going to fucking vote. I'm tired of seeing that kind of shit. I'm tired of politicians being okay with this. They don't even address this shit when it happens. That's how I know. Like, if you know that a culture who has been dragged through the fucking mud through media, and we're not going to say who owns that, okay? Because we don't want, someone's YouTube channel to be shut down, because that's what they do. But at the end of the fucking day, can we just agree that if we have a politician saying they're going to do this for the community and do that, why don't you address the fuckery? Why don't you start there? Why don't you address the people that even created that commercial and say, you know what? I wanted to run for president. I'm going to run for president, but can we address such and such and such? Make sure you show up for us, and maybe we will show up for you. Talk is cheap because you have to follow through. And if we don't like what you're fucking doing, there's something that we can do about it. End the story. But until we start moving collectively and talking collectively and not even entertaining it, not making their video so popular that we all see it, we ignore it, we turn our backs to it. When we do discuss it, it's on our own platform. That's fucking powerful, right? It's on our own platform. End of story. So we can discuss it without it being tainted and taken for what we're not trying to say. That's sickening. And for the women, I'm not going to have sex with it. You're not a woman, you're a little girl to think that a pussy can make or break a man. It can get them in trouble. That's as far as it goes, little girls. Get it the fuck together.
Imagine going on a date. Imagine going on a date and they ask you, yo, prove to me that you voted before this goes any further. You see how retarded that sounds?
Nigga,
even trying to imagine that? Like, that's like...
I will fucking leave.
Son.
Well...
That sounds ridiculous. Like, so if now we saw this now. We saw this being... Yo, we saw that video. Can you imagine that real life? That's so stupid, yo. And they used us for this fuckery.
We're allowing them to do it. We're allowing them.
Who's
Look
enabling
at who's
this?
being represented by us.
And the most trifling part about it is you don't see any other race with that shit.
No
race does that shit. At all.
Thank you.
I've never seen Hispanics. Yeah, I never seen Hispanic strippers go up on a fucking camera and be like, "Get your booty to the pole." Never seen it. Never seen Asians do it. Never seen Arabs do it. Us though, and it's all because of you basically said it before, how the media portrays us. The media has never been our friend, and the media will take black people and tokenize the fuck out of them, so that by the time the damage is done, whenever we're trying to have these serious ass discussions, the first thing people are going to talk about is, oh, that stripper told y'all to vote and it actually worked. Wow. Is that all it took? Wow. Look at that.
You know what it is?
Bruh.
Fada, you know what it is? As black people, we like a good comedy. If you can make us fucking laugh, even though we know you're with the ridiculousness, look at Kanye's campaign. If we know that you can make us laugh, we kind of, not we, but most people, they kind of say, okay, I'm going to vote for Kanye just to say I voted for Kanye because he was ridiculous with that campaign, right? Sometimes people do stuff for that, but our culture is known to do things out of the most ridiculous reasons, like the pink sauce. Should I say more?
Yo, at some point, yo, straight up, at some point, we got to hold whoever's involved, we got to hold their feet to the fire too. Because it's not just the media. Right. The media is giving the money to the faces we saw who said yes, or who agreed, that's a good idea, let's do that. For the people. Wait. You think that's good for us? You think that money is worth making us look bad? Nah, they got to get it too, yo. As much as I hate the media, yo, a lot of these people that take that check and say yes to this, yo, that's why I'm not gonna disregard when they say celebrities sell their souls and they mean that shit literally, because I can't fathom anyone of intelligence, anyone of that caliber of talent saying yes to this shit unless something more is involved. Straight up. Because how dare you say yes to this and have the nerve to talk on our grievances and gripes or whatever our issues are, and you're a party to this? Because I'm sure they have a lot to say outside of this. When something happens, either politically or socially or something like that, they have a lot to say, you know. And sometimes, and majority of the time, I bet it'll be in our favor. But then you will turn around and do this for that check. Your feet's got to be held to the fire too. And at this point, I ain't gonna take anything you say seriously because I don't believe you. You did this, I don't believe you.
And the saddest part about it all is that, bruh, when hip hop started, it was literally about being conscious. Mm-hmm. You had people like the people who were doing freestyles and shit like that. These niggas read books. These niggas was using words that a lot of people was not using in the mainstream.
Yep.
When you listen to like the old school rappers and shit, bruh, back in the day, rappers could talk politically and educate an entire motherfucking panel of people. You feeling what I'm saying? But now it's bro, it's like this. It's tokenism. You know what I'm saying? It's degeneracy, and it's so disgusting. How? Because you know the fact that it was Trina and Saucy Santana, they make music, and I'm not saying this to shit on them or anything like that, but they make music for a certain demographic of people. You feeling what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be looking for consciousness with a Saucy Santana or a Trina fucking song, right? So the fact that they're talking about something political, no, I don't want to. I don't want to hear that from y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that with no disrespect, but I am not going to hear you talk about voting with the type of music that you make because it doesn't correlate. It's not your lane.
Damn.
I don't even know how to follow that up. But Dion, you got anything to say?
I think a lot of this has to do. It's the gift and the curse of hip hop becoming mainstream. That's what this boils down to. From how I'm looking at it, the gift and the curse. Yeah, okay. You have the gift of Black folk being able to tell their stories through this genre of music. It's become a way to make money, but that's where the curse comes into play because with people trying to make money off of this music, off of the culture or whatever, you have motherfuckers who are literally willing to do any fucking thing for $1, including throw their own people under the fucking bus the way not just Trina, Saucy Santana, but anyone who's participated in anything of this nature. This includes Juvenile with that vax that ass up bullshit, and everyone else. All you're doing is throwing your own people under the bus because, like as was previously said, this is all it takes to get your attention and to get get these niggas to do what we need them to do.
Based on what Father said when he said, remember when the conscious rappers used to use big words, right? If you think about it, at a certain time, because I've gone through this, and I know kids today who's going through this. If they use any word of intelligence or words that no one hears outside of slang or something like that, what are we called? We're called white.
You're talking
white or something like that, right?
You're talking
there was a time, there was respect. That's why we love these rappers. Like, look at the intelligence, and they're from the hood. And they got the skills. What? Now you can't even do that today without being ridiculed by your own fucking kind, yo. And they want to call you outside of what you are. And that's what they got. And now look what they pushing. They try to make this okay. This is popular. This is what we're about. Now everybody else is going to see us as this is what we're about. So now we get things like, now when a black person like Obama, right, when he came out, Why was the focus on the way he spoke? This should not be anything new. Don't call him less than black. Even the former vice president Biden, he said that about him, and I'm like, yo, that's that's the most racist thing you could do right now. You want to act like we can't get there? You want to act like a majority of us aren't like this? We can't speak like this. We don't know words. We can't learn words. Are you like? Don't forget, a lot of black people ran the government back in the day in the founding of this. So don't play like this is surprising. This is new. It's like this is what they want the world to think of us anyway. It's oh God,
bruh. It's even said, bruh. One of my favorite songs of all time is Bible by Jizza, because the nigga literally says like knowledge is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing he says in the motherfucking song. Knowledge is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And this is nigga like this is a rapper, like you listen to the entire album, it's gangster shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's sophisticated gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gangster shit with a fucking conscience. Like he's basically he's basically using words as a way not only to convey his point, but he's also using words as they were meant to be used to, not only to educate, but to play with it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're used to.
That's make me look it up, yo.
Shit. Yeah, like, bro, that's what we're used to. And then not only that, he created a fucking acronym from the basic instructions before leaving Earth. Like, bruh, who the fuck was doing that?
You gotta use your brain, son.
Who the fuck was doing that shit? I'm telling you, bruh. And that's why I love hip hop, because hip hop was a gateway to our genius. Hip hop was a gateway to see how sophisticated we can get. Like, bro, even down to the beats, the samples, the way that you have to structure the song so that the flow works, the cadence works, even down to the voice of the rapper. So that, everybody has their own distinct style. But now that it's mainstream, it's become watered down. Now it's become a product to sell so that motherfuckers in the record companies can make a whole bunch of money and then fucking attach chains to their artists like it's back in the we're back in the 1800s.
You know what I'm saying? The curse.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. But the same thing can be said about people in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally auction these niggas. And they don't call it an auction because there's fucking flashing lights. They call it a draft. But we all know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? We literally know what the fuck it is, especially when they come with that narrative. The mom was single and, she was raising 4 of the kids and she had to work 3 jobs. And I'm like, bro, at this point, y'all only highlighting the people that you can extract pain from, because now you found a way to fucking make profit off of pain, especially black people's pain. So you have this marginalized people and you think less of them, so you get people that aren't really useful in these type of conversations to have the conversation. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, no, this is exactly why the youth that we have right now, like, they're more interested in what's going on Twitter than what's going on in their motherfucking community. This is why you have people that would rather watch a motherfucking Nicki Minaj video than a video about the difference between socialism and capitalism. We don't do that shit anymore. We're not having these conversations anymore. I bet you they don't even really know that the best universities literally came from Africa before anywhere else. The University of Timbuktu was making people scholars before any continent in this world. And that's been documented so many times. But people don't know this history because it's not even really that it's deliberately being kept from them, but their focus is always on something else. We've gotten so good at distracting people instead of educating people. And that is my issue with this whole thing. You distracted people. So now, whenever we want to talk about voting, did you vote? If you vote, you're not going to get fucked. Get the fuck out of my face, man.
Jesus. It's a selection anyway. So I don't even call it an election. I call it a selection.
Shit, if I could just say one thing real quick, if anything with the shit that's going on nowadays, my girl's gonna get pissed off at me and not want to give me no ass if I vote. So she sees, she don't say much, but she sees this bullshit just like we all here do. And she,
All right.
oh no.
All right. Any last words before we move on to our final thoughts? Shout out to Kevlar. He said, "Hey everyone, hope all is well. Everyone has a price. It may not be monetary, sadly, and it's like group thought. Education is not knowledge. Knowledge is for the individual. Some learn at different paces than others. Education is indoctrination. Logic is what matters." That is what Kevlar has said.
I would say Rockefeller education is indoctrination.
I hope we steer away from that fucking Rockefeller education sooner or later.
Yeah, we want to
I
live.
can tell you how they
longer.
did it. It's very simple. It's very simple
Just
how
a
they
little
did that.
I will say this, but because I do agree with everybody, and I think everybody had a fucking point, and I don't want to, piggyback off of people, but I am going to say this. This is not the way to get black people into voting. I don't understand why people don't understand that. Like, this is not the way black people, you want to get black people to vote. Or like what Tiffany Cook did to talk about black people, we need to just get in line and just go out there and vote for people. Because I believe she was trying to get the vote for Stacey Abrams. That is not the way to get people to do some voting.
I mean, I can answer that question.
Yeah, go ahead.
They still, we're still seen as slaves. We're still seen as fucking livestock. We're seen as fucking animals. So what do you do to get an animal to do what you want them to do? You wave something they want and they're fucking fixed. You want a dog to do something, you wave a damn dog treat or a piece of meat or something at it. That's what they're trying to do to us with this bullshit.
100%.
I agree. Okay, so now we are going to our final thoughts, and I'm going to start with you, Dion.
Live streaming is on.
Go ahead, Dion.
All right, what was I about to say before this thing cut out? Oh yeah. So, quick point of advice. Throwing, I guess, my zodiac sign out there for this or whatever, but I guess as a Virgo, I guess we're typically seen as perfectionists. But I don't believe in perfection. It's a myth. It doesn't exist. Everyone and everything in this world has a weakness or a flaw of some sort, So don't seek perfection. Merely seek to become the best possible version of yourself. Because you'll never find what you're looking for if you're looking for perfection. It's not real. It doesn't exist. And that's all I got to say.
All right, D Wolf is on you.
I'm just looking forward to Black Adam, man. Every time I hear something, every week there's something good about that I hear about that fucking movie. I don't want to spoil anything in case people don't want to know or haven't found out, but there's a end credit scene that everybody's talking about that I'm looking forward to seeing. And I'm hearing that Aldous Hodge did a damn good job as Hawkman. And he's who I was looking forward to seeing in the movie once I found out he was going to be in it. So I just hope it's as good as they say, straight up and down, because the future of the DCEU is really riding on this movie and its box office numbers. Even The Rock said so. So that's my. So Yep.
Oh, shit.
All right. Crystal is on you.
The only thing I really want to say is for the people that happen to be black, or you don't even have to be black, just in general, if you know that you feel you're around really dumb people or people who would vote based off of a poll commercial, or even if they get a lot of money and they still stay in the hood, don't get frustrated. Your job is to just focus on you. So, for instance, if you get, I want to say, a good, well paying job, don't say, oh, I got to wait until I get this certain amount. No, start making your moves now. Start searching for that mansion. Start searching for that house. We can't save everybody. Sometimes the door is only made for your shape, your mind process, and your confidence. You try to pull everybody in, they're going to pull you down. And at the end of the day, the more that we think on a collective level of a higher process, then we can create children and people that decide to think of a higher consciousness and don't have to fight to tell them, hey, don't vote because of this commercial. They're voting based off of their own beliefs, their own fact system, their own statistics that they've researched and follow. So, for instance, if you are a 35-year-old woman and you are single, but you know you're a well educated woman, you have mannerism, you are submissive in some points, but you go to TikTok and now your confidence is low, you're feeling like you can't get a man or whatever, do not even look at that. Your focus should be on you and you only and your kids. And then when the time comes, when you get the time you need, after you get everything that you feel that you need, then go and look for a man. But don't pay attention to what the world is telling you who you are. You know who the fuck you are. This goes for any man, any woman. Just focus on you and everything should fall in place because this world, I'm telling you, it's falling apart as we can see. I've never in my life had to even hear of a voting commercial like this, and it's targeted towards a certain ethnicity group. It's ridiculous.
Again, that get your booty on the pole bullshit. This is nothing more than a continuation of that.
And and I'm disappointed that it's on a black app. But Crystal, again, that was fucking delicious. So that was, Fada is on you.
Oh yeah, I'm full.
I got came back for seconds.
So I want to quote one of my favorite movies of all time, Ghost in the Shell, 1994, which happens to be the year I was born. Your desire to remain as you are is what ultimately limits you. You have a responsibility in this life to evolve. Whatever that evolution looks like is ultimately going to be up to you. You can evolve for the better, you can evolve for the worse, but people are going to be looking at you for the example that you set. So always make sure that the example that you set is something that could help somebody, because people are sponges. They're going to absorb whatever is in their environment. They're going to absorb whatever is in their vicinity. If you are serious about life, then you will be serious about making sure that you set the proper example, so not only for yourself and not only for the people around you, but for the people that are going to come after you, because we have the responsibility of also making sure that we become the change that we want to see in this world, that we put that energy out there, and that is what makes you immortal in this world. There's a reason why we'll never forget people like Michael Jackson, we'll never forget people like Martin Luther King, because the energy that they put out in this world is something that inspires people. It's something that moves people to action whenever injustice is happening around them. So we have, and especially us as Black people, as the gods of this earth, as the original people, as the chosen people, we have to really be serious about having that type of objective. You know what I'm saying? Like because even if in the case of when we have children, we're not just trying to raise children to be adults. We're trying to raise children to be kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to bring back the natural order of the world, and that was when we were on top. We had our institutions, we had our wealth, and our wealth wasn't tied to having a whole bunch of shit just to hoard it. Our wealth came from communion. Our wealth came from sharing with one another, and looking out for one another. And we really need to get back to that, because we are the only people that can create coal into diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to end with that. Like, your desire to remain as you are is what ultimately limits you. And if you are not evolving, then you're essentially dead. And that's my final thoughts.
Powerful.
I'm loving all these Denzel Malcolm X skills that Crystal was just bringing out right now. This is funny.
Bro, let me tell you, bro. Crystal with the gifts, it's like Scottie Pippen.
quick,
It's just
yo.
it's always the perfect assist. I appreciate you.
Mhm.
I really do.
Oh man. If you are a rapper, leave Charleston White the fuck alone. All right. I get sick of seeing every time when you see this dude talk about a rapper or someone's kid that he his face shows up and everybody's like, I want to go confront him. And it's just like, if you have something to lose, ignore this man, because obviously this man is a well-known snitch that he has told you and told everybody that he does not mind snitching on you if it's possible. The man, there's a video of him talking about him going to the police and him literally said, oh, he's the one behind it. He over there is literally snitching to the fucking police. If you are, and I know T.I. was trying to get into it with him for some reason, but I'm going to tell this, T.I., please, you already escaped the cop twice, or you already beat charges that could have put you in for a long time. You don't need to be around a nigga that all he going to do is snitch. You don't need to be around that. All right, so leave Charleston White the fuck alone, and I want every other celebrity that been through some hood shit and maybe a step away from being a predicate felon, leave Charleston White the fuck alone, because he'll snitch. And second, I don't know if shout out to my man Brad, but I think he was the one that told me this. But I think Disney Plus is supposed to have all the Spider-Man shows on Disney Plus, which means that I get to finally watch the MTV version of Spider-Man. If excuse me, if that's the case, I hope it's on there, because that is the most underrated Spider-Man show ever, and I thought that was a dope show, even though it lasted for only a season.
Which Spider-Man show is that?
It came out right after the Tobey Maguire movie.
It was right after the Tobey Maguire movie.
Well, I mean, what was the name of it?
Spider-Man.
Ah.
It was made by the same people that made Reboot. So, and it's a very good show. And if it's there, I hope it's there. So that's my final thoughts. Shout out to Thick Bumblebee and shout out to Kevlar. Excuse me. I'd like to thank the panel for jumping on the podcast once again. I'd like to thank all y'all for listening and hearing us talk our shit again. This is You Know What? Let me just say podcast, and we're signing out. Peace.
Cheers.
Good night.